Testing, testing. All right. The thing that I'm going through right now in my life is trying to balance all of the things that I'm doing and trying to figure out how to stay consistent because I've never had a problem starting anything. I'm usually good with just starting off messy. However, I don't have a problem with that. But I'm trying to figure out how do you stay consistent and how do you make systems that are going to work for you? How do you do all of these things, which is what I think that a lot of people struggle with, and that's why a lot of people don't go into any sort of entrepreneurship is because you need to make yourself a schedule. You need to make yourself a system. And I know that I can't even do that, let alone think that others would be able to do that in a certain way. And I'm not even into entrepreneurship as maybe some other people are with starting a full business. I don't have a full business that I have started. I work in my brother's business, but I also have all of these other side quests, I guess you could say, that I'm doing. And these side quests involve this channel and another faceless YouTube channel. And so the thing that I'm struggling with the most is making a schedule and making a system with trying to figure out how to balance all of these things. Because when you just have a regular job, when you work 9 to 5, not saying that it's easier, but it's easier to know your schedule. You go to work, you have your set, things that you do at work. Every single day is the same for the most part. It's kind of boring. It's kind of the same thing every single day. It's the same thing every single day. But when you go home, you have the time to make a schedule. And I worked in a job that didn't prioritize making schedules or systems or anything like that. Like I never had a day that was the same. So I never really learned that part that I was supposed to on how to make systems, how to make good schedules, and how to prioritize, how to stay consistent with what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's one of the biggest challenges that I've faced so far with creating this channel and then creating the Faceless YouTube channel as well. The Faceless YouTube channel that I've created is probably more fun to do than this channel. The reason that I'm doing this channel is because I just want to get better at speaking and get better at camera work, get better at editing, and just overall, it's something that I've always wanted to do with my life. But the Faceless YouTube channel, I like it a lot more is because I'm fully the director of that channel. I have the music, the actors, the scenes, all of the things that I'm able to put together. And that's what I really like to do. I like to be the director. I like to manage. And on this channel, I'm not just the director, but I'm also the actor, which is like I'm the manager and the employee. And as you know, being the manager and being the employee is very difficult to do. While on the other hand, the Faceless YouTube channel, I still have to do all of those things, but somehow I have it more in my head that I am fully the director of that, channel. So it somehow just becomes way more easier and way more fun to do. I'll update some progress as I keep progressing in that channel and what I keep doing with it. But now I'm just figuring out like a posting schedule for it. I'm also figuring out what are the best music, like background music for it, and I'm also figuring out where to really source all of the videos and content that I want to use and the pictures that I want to use for the channel. I've had a lot of luck using Pinterest and using, I believe it's Jiffy, or where they make gifs of certain things, but I've had success on those two websites and maybe a few other ones I forgot. But yeah, the channel has been really fun to make so far. I think that part of it is because it kind of reminds me of what I used to do before. I used to manage restaurants, so I used to manage a lot of people all at once. And this kind of reminds me of that. And I know that I'm good at that in some form. And so I like doing that because it just brings me that feeling of kind of that chaos, but you control that chaos. And you have more of a direction, more of a niche. Whereas here, I don't really have a niche. I have more of just a off the cuff talking, yapping videos, whatever you want to call it, and they don't necessarily have a niche to it. I guess it's more of just me documenting all the things that I'm doing and just progressing, I guess, going through life and figuring certain things out, progressing on the things that I want to do in my life, and documenting everything that I'm doing and that I want to do as well. The Faceless YouTube channel is just not necessarily a hobby for now, but it's more of something that I'm just in the learning phases. I want to really make it something that's going to be a lot, that a channel that is going to be big, but then I also want to use it and create different niches with it, because right now the niche that I'm in, I like it because it's something that I've always done, and it requires me to keep writing on my like self-improvement content that I write anyways about. But I would like to expand into different niches later on. So I would like to eventually take all of those skills and then make multiple faceless channels that require me to build more certain niches that I'm more interested into. So I guess we'll see how those channels go. And for this channel, I'll just keep posting updates and documenting kind of whatever I want. And I'll try to record more outside because I like to be outside a lot. I don't like to be inside the house. It's just that it's cold right now and summer's almost around the corner and I can't wait. So I went on a small jog today. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the knee takes it. I have an appointment this Friday for getting some sort of small procedure done. It's very simple, which I'll talk about on here as well. But for now, I'll see you later. I gotta get to work. Peace.